Hey, edgelords, thanks so much for tuning in on your internet tuner. We want you to hit subscribe. Isn't that right, Robby?
That's right. That way you'll get the episodes as they come out every single Wednesday.
You need it, and you want it. How you doing, Robby?
I'm doing pretty good.
Yeah?
I'd say I'm doing better now.
Why's that?
Well, because it's time for the
Edgelords!
Yes, you're so aggressive with our... No, Graham, get it together. Wait, what was that move? Oh, you're right. Hold on. So, in this world, okay, I finished that quickly. We both did.
Well,
and then you...
I'm a handsome young man.
Rubbed it all over yourself.
Yes.
Good God. This is... I have to keep reminding you every week, and I feel like you should know by now, but this is a family show.
Oh, God.
This is a family show. Yes.
Oh, good Lord.
We are the long-term plan with this is to get it on Disney Plus.
I may be hurting us.
And yeah, for sure.
That last interaction.
What you're doing there is that's what we need when in the meetings, when we're trying to close the deals.
Right.
But when we're in front of the camera.
Close the deals with ourselves?
Yes. Yes. Executives invite us into their boardrooms and they ask us to jerk each other off, rub any semen on ourselves.
Oh my God.
And then they have us sign a contract. That's how Hollywood works. I've been in Hollywood for quite some time. I've lived there. You've lived there.
I've lived there, yeah.
And this is what the biz is.
This week in edging.
I think we need to grow up.
Yeah, well, I think you could be right. I think you could be right. And but our fans, they disagree. They love what we're bringing to the table. They love a mime mutual masturbation situation.
The mutual. I did all the work.
That's true. You did do all the work, but we mutually benefited from it. So that's something.
I guess so. Yeah.
Yeah, I think so.
That's nice.
Yeah. Should we move on from this? Great.
Absolutely.
Fantastic. Fantastic. It's a big week.
Oh, for me?
Yes, big week for old Grandma.
Very big week for old Grandma. Folks, I know that all of our listeners are Gen Z.
Yes, Gen Z, Zennials.
Zennials.
Yeah.
And this may be jarring and off-putting for them to find out. But I am not a Gen Z.
No, you are not. You are clearly not a Gen Z.
I am not as young as you probably think I am, listeners.
No, you are certainly as they
and
might
YouTube
think
watchers.
No, watchers. They have a good sense that you're not as young as
you think.
They might think. Yeah, it could be all the grays in your beard potentially. Just potentially.
People die.
You've dyed
Gen Zs dye their hair like women, kind of a gray,
like a salt and pepper, just for men situation.
And maybe I'm doing that with my beard.
Maybe,
yeah,
maybe
reverse just for men.
Yes, that's true. There's a market for it.
Yep. Anyway, big week for me. I am turning 40.
40 years old.
40 years.
Good God.
It's crazy, dude.
Yeah, I need to find a new podcast partner.
Yeah, I'm aging you out of
because
advertising.
I'm a hip, young, cool Zennial.
You really are.
There's no denying it. No one could possibly deny it. Don't look at my hairline. You took such an aggressive look at my hairline there. And
like, what can I say that won't hurt him too much?
There's a lot in the water right now, and there's a lot of people are going bald very young.
It's the water.
It's the water. It's the plastic. It's the chlorofluorocarbons from the aerosols.
It's not the generations of Judaism.
That didn't help. It's certainly not helping. Yeah.
Well, I'm going bald myself, which is rare for a Gen Z.
Yes.
But I have been taking Propecia. This is how old I am. I've been taking Propecia for a decade.
Yeah? Well, you've been fighting the good fight. It's working. You got most of your hair up there.
But if you don't know, listeners and viewers, that if you stop taking Propecia,
yes,
your hair will fall out in a matter of weeks and catch up to where it would have been had you never taken it.
Is that true?
Yes.
That's horrifying.
It's so crazy.
So how much time? Like what if you miss a day? Like how many days can you miss before it shuts down?
You can probably go like 5 days.
Okay. All right.
And I've gone probably at my most 3 days.
Okay.
You know,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
just
yeah.
go on the road or on vacation and you miscalculate how many sweet hair pills are in
Mother
your bottle.
Nature, she will catch up to you in the end.
Yes,
In the end,
nature
she will
always
get
wins.
you.
Oh,
This
yeah.
feels our, you're not even 40 yet, or just turning 40, and this feels like an AARP sponsored podcast already.
Yeah.
We're already. This podcast is dedicated to baldness and hair dyes.
You're gonna want to get your prostate examined.
You do need to do that. though.
Yeah.
And they've lowered the age that they've recommended you do that.
Really?
Yes.
I didn't like my last doctor.
Why not?
He just was like, you're fine.
I think that seems like, what more do you want from a doctor than that? You want him to be like excited, like congratulatory?
No,
like,
I
"Oh
want him
my
to
God."
examine me. He didn't examine me.
He took a look at you. He said, you're strong. You're a strong man.
Yeah.
Couldn't possibly be something wrong with this strong man's prostate.
I don't think I have cancer because I'm gaining weight.
Yes. That's good. That's good news.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm like a little cherub.
Yeah. Yeah.
Gen Z cherub.
Little Gen Z angel baby Graham.
Yeah. Well, big, is there a big thing for you coming up?
Nope.
Nope.
Nothing I can talk about. Nothing that isn't NDA restricted.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Can't talk about
So
that.
no.
I got my teeth whitened.
Okay.
That's
this
not
is
NDA.
more medical stuff.
Yeah.
We are really
I got my first
going in on
tattoo.
this. Uh-huh.
Got my-
Oh, the first tattoo. Right.
Got
We mentioned, is it, can we reveal it now? Hudak.
It's that's my mom's maiden name.
Did you tell your
No.
mom about it yet?
No, she'd hate it.
But you have to tell her at some point. It's her maiden name. It's in honor of her.
I don't want her to know.
So
It's not for her. It's for me. She will see it eventually and 100% call me an idiot.
yes, yeah, I think we've covered that,
Yeah.
and I know that it will be the case as well.
I haven't told her yet.
But then
no.
why did you choose your mother's maiden? Oh, you told me this, right? Because you don't want that name. You want to honor that name. You don't want
Number
to go to
one
grave.
reason why I got this is because I wanted a tattoo.
Okay.
I'm not going to pretend that there's some greater meaning.
Okay.
My mom's healthy.
Yeah.
Knock on wood. But she, I just wanted a tattoo, and I wanted something that wasn't just like a wolf's head.
Yes.
Wolf's head.
I would have liked a wolf's head
Yeah,
personally. But
And-
then on the other hand, my mother's maiden name is Bialystotsky, and it's it's a lot of ink.
That's an expensive tattoo.
It's a lot of ink.
That's at least a $500 tattoo.
for sure.
Yeah. No, mine is 5 words, 5 letters, and my mother's last name is 5 words.
5 words. She's a Brazilian soccer player.
So let's make some money.
We got to make some money. That's why we're here. That's why we're doing this.
Got to afford this teeth whitening and these sick tats.
Got to get the tats. Mm-hmm. Okay.
All right. I guess I'll kick it off. Here we go. Putting on the old glasses because I'm young. A Gen Z young man puts on the glasses. A lot of you don't know this, but Robby makes the ads in extra big font for me.
That's true.
And lately, it's been getting smaller.
Okay, yeah, I went with a 14 instead of a 16 because I noticed you had your glasses with you.
I need both.
Okay, you need glasses.
A two-pronged
and
attack.
16. Okay. Good to know. Well, we've got a great sponsor.
Yes.
And no matter what age you are.
And this is important, actually.
This is an important
it's an important
sponsor.
issue.
This is something
Yes.
you can benefit from.
It's something not to joke about.
Yes, absolutely. This is serious business.
This is serious business.
This is absolutely serious business. Big sponsor, important one. This is TheraPower, therapy for real men, Graham.
Mm-hmm.
And if you're a real man like us,
Mm-hmm.
you bottle your feelings up inside.
Which is good. If you're a guy like us who doesn't want to talk or whatever, then TheraPower is the online therapy for you.
That's right. The Zoom screen will be playing the game, so you and the therapist will never have to make eye contact.
And most advice comes in the form of sport metaphors, so you don't have to think.
I actually use TheraPower, and they helped me understand that my life was 4th and long, but I still had to go for it.
Punting is for pussies.
Truth. And TheraPower's unlicensed counselors know all the best platitudes like keep grinding, keep hustling, you win some, you lose some, and don't kill yourself, you pussy.
Rick in Minneapolis said, I was going through a tough time with my teenage daughter running away and all, but luckily my therapist told me to just chill and drink a cold one. And that helped. In fact, it helped so much, I do it all day now.
So log into TheraPower today so you can tell your wife you're taking therapy.
Use promo code STRAIGHTTALK for 1% discount. TheraPower does not accept your insurance.
I think this is going to help a lot of our listeners.
I think it really is. A lot of our listeners don't have insurance, so it
won't make a difference.
Won't make
for
a
them.
difference,
Yes.
and that's important.
It is important.
Yeah, straight talk.
Straight talk.
Yeah,
Bottle those feelings up inside.
yeah,
Yeah.
and do get some help.
You got to get.
Yeah.
You probably should. If you're listening to this podcast, get some help.
You're fucked.
Yeah.
You are absolutely fucked.
I would like to bring on a guest. What do you think?
Nah.
Okay. Well, I guess that's the end of the podcast.
You know what?
then.
I've had a change of heart.
Oh, you're into it now.
Yeah, I'm into it.
All right. Well, we have a very exciting guest.
Good guest. We got good guests.
We do have good guests.
God, we have good guests.
Some of the best in the game.
I can't believe it.
I can.
Oh. Well, we'll agree to disagree.
Okay. Well, let's bring him on. But, oh my God, what a guest we have here today.
Very excited for this guest. An old chum of ours.
Old chum of ours. I find this guy very funny, a good friend.
Yes.
You might have seen him on
getting-
Gotham Comedy Live. You
Okay.
might have seen his 1-minute beer reviews.
Oh, yes.
God.
And he is the co-host of the immensely popular Are You Garbage podcast.
Guest Lord. Welcome, Daddy.
Ladies and gentlemen, Kevin Ryan.
Kevin Ryan, everybody.
got Kevin Ryan.
Very exciting.
Hey, gang.
Yeah.
Happy to be here. Thanks for dropping the Gotham Comedy Live credit on me. That's
2016,
fantastic.
baby.
2016.
Was that
channel
the
800
Axis TV version?
Yes.
It was. It was
Yeah.
channel 837, I think.
Yes.
Not every, not every house gets that
No,
channel.
you have to have the extra bundle.
And I wanted to send people to the 1-minute beer reviews as well. I wanted people to get the full Kevin Ryan experience.
Yeah.
I appreciate. Well, you know, I did like one of those as a joke, and I was like, "Oh, this is fun." And then like, I think Schultz saw it. He's like, "This thing's great." So I'm like, "Well, this is now my."
Well, this is my job now.
It was the greatest. He was blowing up. I'm like, "Well, all right. I guess I'm an alcoholic for."
I liked them.
I did
And
too.
I like beer.
Thanks.
All
I
right.
appreciate that.
Well,
I got that out of the way.
here's what we're going to do, Kevin. We need to, obviously Graham and I, we're a couple of edgelords,
Yes.
as you know well.
Yes.
And
Sure.
we like to have our friends on, see how edgy they are. So to do that, we are going to give you an edgy lightning round of questions, and we're going to score you
Yes.
between 1 and 5 kettlebells of edginess.
And you want 5. You desperately want 5.
Okay. So
Yes.
it's the edgier the better. That's what I'm leaning into.
Yes.
Here. Okay.
Yeah. Well, I mean, be your true self, but hopefully your
I'm
true
gonna be
self
my
is
true
edgy
self,
and not
yeah.
some,
We can see
Pussy.
when you're faking or lying.
we know.
Sure.
Yeah.
Okay.
And
All
our-
right.
We're pros. So why don't we kick this thing off?
Edgy lightning round.
It's electric.
Graham, kick us off.
Kevin Ryan, what is your favorite drug, cigarette brand, and alcohol?
Don't have a favorite drug. Not a big drug guy. Weed would make me panic. So I don't even have a favorite drug. Heroin seems cool. So maybe that if I did dabble.
Heroin does
Sure.
seem cool, yeah.
Yeah, might as
Seems
well
cool.
go off the top rope.
Yeah, sure. Be a jazz guy.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then when it comes to cigs, I'm a Marlboro Light kind of guy through and through all the way, right up the middle.
Mm-hmm.
And then when it comes to beer or alcohol, I would have to go a nice IPA or a whiskey, like a nice whiskey too.
All right. Very classically all American. Stay away from the hard drugs. Give me a Marb Light and an IPA. Man just got
Irish
off work
Catholic, baby.
Friday at
Yeah.
4.
Also, very middle America heroin.
Yes.
Yeah, big heroin problem.
For sure. Yeah. I mean,
right now.
opioids are the new
Opioid,
craze, but
yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, good
get
for
it.
you. Okay.
You said weed makes you panic?
Weed makes me panic. I started smoking weed when I was like 12 or something was the first time I tried it. Real edgy, and stole it from my friend's mom. Not
Pretty edgy.
bragging.
Nice.
And
Same.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, a panic attack is a lot for like an adult to process, let alone when you're 12 in the woods and you think like, the world is ending. I'm like, I
Wow.
don't want to touch this stuff.
It is like the woods is like a classic first kid experience thing,
Yes.
and it's the worst place to go. It's the worst place to do drugs for the first time. Kids see porn for the first time in the woods. At least when we were growing up. Now they're just on their computer or whatever.
Yeah.
But like the woods is not a comfortable place for these things.
No.
No, it's where every scary movie fucking starts.
Yes.
Well, and but like we find refuge and like we're hanging out here and this is where we're safe. Doesn't make sense.
It's just where the adults can't judge you. So if they just had like if there's every neighborhood needs like a cool parent, like cool mom, and just hang out in their basement so you can do drugs
Let me tell you something.
and not be in the woods.
Adults go out to the woods to do more than judge kids. If you know what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Oh, I think I do know what you're
I
saying.
think you do too.
Oh my god.
Yes. All right, Kevin. Next question. What is your best tattoo? And you have to have one.
I have to have
Yes.
one.
Yep.
Well, the best tattoo I ever had, I'm not, I currently don't have any, but at one point I did have a henna tattoo.
Okay. Yeah.
I for sure overpaid for on the Wildwood, New Jersey boardwalk.
Yep.
The establishment is still there. I had my initials KJR in Old English right down my forearm, and I thought I was like the coolest fucking guy on the boardwalk, which I might have been, by the way. That's true.
Wait, how old were you?
27? No. Come on. These are lob ups, folks. I'm a hack. I was probably 14, 13,
Yeah.
or probably a little too old. Like it was like
Right on the fringe of.
Right on the
14,
fringe of
15. I've definitely gotten a henna tattoo around that age. I've been like, cool. For like the next 2 days, I'm pretty bad.
I'm pretty cool
People
guy.
don't know that I'm not cool.
Yeah. Yeah.
I loved it.
And I really wanted to walk around and have people think it was a real tattoo.
Of course.
That's the
Yes.
whole, like, I wanted them to be like, oh, does that 14-year-old smoking cigs really have his initials tattooed on him?
And no one ever has. No one has ever been fooled by a henna tattoo ever.
No.
That's the problem. Yeah,
no.
the thing about henna tattoos is I was actually surprised that you were able to get your initials with henna. Usually the henna tattoo people always give you some like Indian motif. So I'd be like, I want a cool tattoo, and then they give me some like sun.
Oh, yeah.
Sun diagram.
They can only do very specific stuff.
very
Yeah.
specific. I'm like, nah.
But you're not getting it. You're not getting it done down the shore like Kevin Ryan is. On the shore, I bet they can almost only do Old English lettering. Is my guess.
That's even how they like write their checks out and stuff. It's all in Old English.
Oh, I love the idea of 14-year-old Kevin down the Jersey Shore getting a henna tattoo, though.
Well,
Amazing.
also, as stupid as I was, me and my buddy, we both got them. Like, I got my initials. He obviously got his. It would be weird if he got mine, but
just two
we
cool
got it, like
friends.
the first day we went down the shore for a week, and then the guy's like, he put it on. He's like, all right, listen, you can't be in the sun or go in the water for the next 7 days. I'm like, well, this trip sucks.
Because he was prioritizing your desire to keep a henna tattoo over having a good time for a week.
Exactly.
Yeah, that's amazing.
It's good advice, though. Look, Kevin, you're from Philly. You probably know what the trashiest Wawa order is, the most garbage Wawa order. But what is the edgiest order from Wawa?
The edgiest order from Wawa.
Bit of a zig there.
I would have to say, the edgiest thing would be like something you're kind of rolling the dice with. I would say like probably like one of the quesadillas with with a Mexican spice quesadilla. I don't know how, that would probably be the edgiest, I feel. It's got a little international flair on it.
Sure,
You know what I
certainly.
mean? It's exotic to some fucking scumbag in Philly.
Yeah. And it would probably hurt the most coming out.
Just
Yes.
Which is edgy.
they're walking into a Wawa shirtless. What do you got here that's exotic?
Yeah.
What do you got with an international spice to it?
Oh, you got Mexican spice? I love Mexican spice.
Yeah, he's got his initials in Old English on him for sure. That's what we thought was like. We saw dudes had that. I was like, this is the coolest guy in the world.
I didn't realize Wawa was a globalist establishment all of a sudden.
We need borders.
All right, Kevin, you host a podcast called Are You Garbage, where you determine if people are garbage or not. Who is more garbage? QAnon Capitol stormers or Philly sports fans?
Good question.
Ooh. While I don't condone what happened at the Capitol, some people in my family may or may not feel the same way. I would have to say it's Philly sports fans. It's just, I grew up, I thought that's just what you did at sporting events and large gatherings. And then I went to somewhere. I'm like, oh, you guys aren't just fucking animals.
You guys aren't lobbing batteries at people.
Dude, there was this one event called, it's probably the edgiest event I've ever been to for sure, called the Wing Bowl, where it's a wing eating contest at 6 o'clock in the morning in the stadium. It's that big. They had to move it from a huge venue to a stadium, and 14,000 people pile in. And we started pre-gaming at midnight. Doors open at 5 in the morning. It's people were just fighting, throwing change, screaming. It was the most chaotic.
Why is it at 6 a.m.?
Yeah.
Maybe the wings are best, I guess. I'm not really sure.
It's such a weird time. It's like they moved it to 6 a.m. because they knew it would be a disaster at any other time. Like, at earliest, the better. And then people were like, no, we'll come out through the back door. We'll come out through the...
Yeah. You've got to be so committed to being a deadbeat to show up to a 6 a.m. wing eating competition in a stadium.
Drunk.
Yeah. Well, it was put on by one of the morning radio shows too, so I guess it was in their time spot. It was in their time slot to broadcast it.
Got it. They're like
an AM sports radio.
Like, if we're doing a work event, it's during work hours. I'm not coming in at noon.
You're not getting me on a weekend. No way.
All right. Kevin Ryan. Does your European wife think you're gross?
She says she thinks I'm handsome, but I just think that's a language barrier for the most part. I don't think I'm going to go with what I'm assuming she's not lying to me. She finds me attractive.
I'm not talking about attraction. Sure. I'm talking about culture.
Yeah, just your overall
theme. Yeah.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
6 a.m. wings.
Yes.
Drunk.
6 a.m. wings, the henna tattoo. I still vacation in Wildwood, New Jersey with my family.
You go back and see your henna guy?
Yeah, they're still there.
Hey, Marky!
You still owe me a touch-up, you piece of shit.
I told you not to go swimming. I saw you the next day. All right. Oh, this is a big one coming up. This is... Get ready. Kevin.
I'm sweating over here, by the way. I'm quite nervous. You have me on the edge of my seat.
Yeah, this is a big one. Kevin Ryan, Under Siege or Air Force One?
Never saw Under Siege Air Force One.
Decisive. But you're missing out, and it is on Netflix now.
Under Siege is great.
It is some of Seagal's best work. Tommy Lee Jones is fantastic in it.
Yes.
Look, I don't want to, no spoilers, but look, it's a movie that ends in a knife fight between Tommy Lee Jones and Steven Seagal.
Yep.
You can't miss that.
It's pretty good. I'll give you that. I'm in. I'm sold for sure. But Air Force One was, nothing to shake a stick at either.
No, Air Force One is fantastic.
No, that was good.
The president, handling business.
Yeah. Get off my plane.
Yeah.
And then the 60-year-old man beating up a bunch of terrorists.
And then didn't later in his life Harrison Ford just get into 9 plane crashes when he was piloting himself?
He crashed into a public golf course in LA. And I played at that golf course, and there was still there was grass, they had fixed it, but there's a big dent in the golf course.
God, well, it would be so amazing to have been there and to see Harrison Ford and me be like, get off my course.
Yeah.
What a moment that would have been.
Yeah. He just has a concussion and probably early onset Alzheimer's.
Yeah, but still.
You're like, get off my course. He's like, are you my wife?
I didn't kill my wife. I
didn't kill my wife.
I don't care.
I didn't crash my plane.
Yeah. All right. This is a big one. So I know you're already flop sweating, but I'm sorry to do this to you. What is your favorite Ninja Turtle?
Michelangelo. I mean, what the fuck? Is that even a question?
Yeah.
I guess that was an age thing of what time you saw him, but he was the funniest, coolest in the nunchucks. I mean, the fuck? What's more edgy than a set of nunchucks?
Set of size, but that's just
size.
me,
Get out of here.
Gut
That's
someone
just
like
me.
a fish.
First of all, you hit someone with a nunchuck, it just bounces back. It's just a stick on a rope. Who the hell cares about that? The size of point, you kill someone with a sai. You kind of embarrass yourself and them with nunchucks.
I don't think so. No, come on. You wanted size as a kid? No, you wanted the fucking, you wanted to whip work over there.
I like Michelangelo, but
Yes.
I think that as I grow older, I think penetrating someone's skin with a knife and watching the life leave their eyes is a little edgier.
And that's a classic Raphael move.
Sure, but Michelangelo has the best sense of humor, which is nowadays edgy. You can
That's
argue.
true.
I think Raphael has the best sense of humor as well. All right. Michelangelo,
doesn't.
Michelangelo
He's a bitch.
is the class clown, right? He's making a show of stuff. That's why he's got
He's
nunchucks. It's
probably
all
Me
show.
Too'd
No
at this
hit.
point. He would probably have gotten Me Too'd, which is edgy.
Undoubtedly. That's true. That's true.
No,
You don't think Michelangelo would have gotten Me Too?
no. I think Raphael would have got me too because he's like dark and like. Ugh.
No, that's not. That's never who gets Me Too'd. Maybe it is. I don't know.
Yeah,
He would be doing like fucking, slam poetry in Brooklyn or something.
that's right.
Raphael
Those
nowadays
guys get
would
me
be.
too.
Here's the thing about
Yes.
That guy's that grown-up Raphael's a fucking pussy.
That's men. It's men who get Me Too'd. All of them. Because now Bill Gates, right, who would be Donatello. He now the women are coming after him, right? The women
I
are
like how
coming.
you said that like we all agreed upon that yesterday.
This is
Bill Gates
not a
would be
question.
I mean, but he is right.
He is Donatello. You know it. I
I'm
know
not
it.
saying
Kippy,
you're
you know
wrong.
he's
I'm not
right.
saying you're wrong. I'm not saying you're wrong.
And so the thing is, any man who gets just a shred of power is then going to
Is
try
a
to fuck
rapist.
chicks.
Yes, that's
well, they're going to
right.
try to fuck chicks, and the chicks
Right.
are often going to be at their work or whatever. And then I don't know how we got here from Ninja Turtles, but my point is that all men are rapists. Okay, let's move on.
Oh, we solved that.
Kevin Ryan, favorite way to shred your bod?
Favorite way to shred my bod. My bod isn't shred, but I've always wanted. I know we've mentioned. I would always wanted to get into kettlebells. It seems really powerful. Very, it's very manly. It's very
It looks like you're doing
primitive.
something.
I feel.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's the edgiest of all workout options. And you do get points for picking it, but the fact that have you ever touched a kettlebell? You ever lifted one up?
I probably couldn't pick one out of a lineup. I just heard Joe Rogan plug him a bunch, and he seems pretty cool. So
He gets it. Well, extra points for the Rogan shout out for sure. That's going to help.
Our sister podcast.
That's going to help. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
put that in the algorithm.
You know, you
Yeah.
can get you can get henna abs down at the shore. If you want.
I'm getting them this weekend, baby.
Babe, you want to go in the pool? No, not for 4 more days.
But you look great. Comes out and just crying. Your stomach is crying. Kevin, what is your favorite all-time babe? Man or woman? We don't judge.
Ooh, favorite all-time babe. Zack Morris.
Ooh.
Zig, another Zig.
Another zig coming from Kevin Ryan. I like it. It's
great
progressive.
hair, progressive,
Yeah. He does have great hair.
popular.
And he was a fucking snack back in the day.
He was. Always looking good in a pair of khakis and like a polo. That blonde hair, the bleach blonde,
Yes.
kinda swept over to the side.
And where is he now?
he's on some other TV show. He has not stopped
He's
working.
been working. Yeah, he's
Really?
been working.
Yes.
Low key working. He's always like Rizzoli and Isles or fucking
Yes.
Johnny the lawyer.
Any cable TV show, he is the one of the leads, and no one watches it, and he stays working.
Yes.
Every 2 years, 3 years, he's the new lead in a series about, the legal system or fucking, some sort of rogue detective or something.
And nobody cares.
It's always on like USA.
In one episode, he could
Right.
play Rizzoli, and the next he could play Isles, and
Yes.
no one would give a shit or no.
They're both
Yeah.
women.
Okay.
Just so you know.
They're actually both Mark Paul Gosselaar. That's how little you know.
Yeah, I only know that show because I don't have cable, and I have the rabbit ears that pick up TV stations for old people.
Yeah.
And
Wait, nowadays, today you have you're going to go home to your apartment and turn your TV on and adjust the rabbit ears?
well, they're not rabbit ears. These days it's a digital antenna, and so it just picks up a signal. It like plugs in the back of your TV with coaxial
It's
cable.
rabbit ears.
It's
Let's
rabbit
not-
ears.
let's-
It's
It
dressed
is.
up
What are we
rabbit ears.
But
talking
you don't
about?
have to adjust it, and you get 15 channels, and I do it for sports because you get ABC, NBC, Fox, CBS, and like some weird channel that has like Rizzoli and Isles at 3 in the afternoon. I'm like,
Oh, Franklin and
no
Bash.
idea.
That's
You
what he
were
was
so
on.
edgy. Franklin
And Bash.
He was both Franklin and
He was
Bash.
Franklin and Bash.
You idiot! You mixed up Rizzoli and Isles and Franklin and Bash.
I know too. There's
And
such,
you say you're in the entertainment biz.
there's such popular definitive shows that everyone knows.
Yeah.
You know me. I'm always only watching Jag.
Yeah,
I don't watch anything but Jag in this household.
Jay. Or Chuck.
Oh yeah, Chuck is a good
Chuck.
one too.
Ooh, I gotta be honest. I was in the first couple episodes of Chuck.
Were you in Chuck? I believe it.
No, I wasn't in it. I mean, I would have been like 11. I was into it, I should say.
I thought Chuck might have had a kid sidekick.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm coming, Chuck.
He's got a balding 12-year-old fat kid running around with his initials tattooed on
Yeah.
him.
That kid's cool.
Chuck, Zachary Levi, right? His first thing.
I got a story about Chuck.
Okay.
So I used to live with a guy who was he had. Well, I'll come around. So he was watching TV, and you noticed that Seth Rogen was on Letterman and said he doesn't have Twitter. So this guy signed up for Twitter with Seth at Seth Rogen. Got his handle. This is like a while ago, before like blue check mark, whatever.
Got it.
And so he got like 500,000 followers, and then he switched his name to his name, and then he dropped down to like 300,000. But it's still his name.
Yeah.
And then he leveraged that to like an Earwolf podcast with Chuck from the. So he had a podcast with Chuck based
Okay.
on this fake
Yeah.
Twitter thing.
This is Razzle, right? This could only be Razzle.
Yeah,
right?
Razzle Dangerously.
Yeah. Because I remember, I think I follow him on Twitter, and I remember seeing like this guy's got 500,000 followers, but his engagement is like 6 likes, and you're
Yes.
like, okay, people weren't happy to have been swindled in that way.
That was the saddest series of events leading to a podcast I've ever heard in my life. Jesus Christ.
Well, you should hear the backstory to this one.
Yeah.
Mine's not all glitzy.
At least Razzle took some damn initiative.
He really did.
He's identity theft, for God's sake.
We also didn't know I lived with him, and I didn't know his name. We lived with like 5 comics, and no one knew his real name for like the first year.
He always just went by Razzle.
So he got some mail.
That happened to me. I had
Yeah,
a.
like,
That's
who's
so
this
funny.
guy?
I had a.
Yeah, where's Frank at?
Yeah.
I had a roommate in L.A. for a year. He's a comic. His name's Stretch. And then one day we got some mail to the. And I'm like one of the few people who knows his actual name, and I'm not even comfortable saying it here because he goes by Stretch.
The fact that you two separately would move into apartments with a guy named Razzle and a guy named Stretch is fucking insane to me.
I lived in L.A. in a 2.
LA is a horrible place.
It's not a great place. I lived in a 2-bedroom apartment with 4 people. So I two people on couches in the living room. One of them was Stretch. The other was Sandro. Good guys. Still, I love them both.
Yeah.
All right.
Rent was $400, and I had no money.
Yeah, mine was $600 in that scenario. Also lived for a year in LA without a fridge in an apartment. We've covered that before. Okay. I'm throwing an audible question in here. One that's
Sure.
not even on this list, but this is just specifically for you, Kevin, because
God.
you are a Philly guy. Who would you rather fuck? The Philly Fanatic or Gritty?
I think I would rather fuck Gritty, and like if it was like a marry fuck, I would want to marry the Fanatic. Who's been around longer, more traditional, more stable.
It is very traditional.
Gritty's like on meth. That's like your college years.
Yeah.
You go out, you get a little crazy with Gritty.
Yeah, no, that's fair. That actually makes perfect sense. I wasn't expecting such a perfectly logical answer about that.
I've thought about these kind of things.
Yeah.
In order to vote for mayor, you have to answer that question.
And everyone in Philly just wants to settle down with the Fanatic eventually.
Does the Fanatic have like a nose with a hole in it?
He's got like a mouth. He's got like a tube. Yeah. With
Yeah.
Like I don't know if it's still functional, but there's like, it used to be like he would shoot out like one of those blower type things.
And
with a
that
red
seems
tongue.
like I would want to fuck that. That
Ooh, that
hole?
wouldn't be bad.
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
wouldn't be bad.
That
You're
seems
looking at it
nice.
Straight from like an anatomically decision.
Yeah.
He's got a pussy on his face.
Yeah, I
Sure,
say
I didn't think of that. I was going strictly off personality. What a pussy of me.
if you do that in
you're a good guy.
Philadelphia, you get killed. You get killed by 14,000 people at a wing competition
If
at
you have
6 a.m.
sex with the fanatic,
If you fuck the fanatic's face nose,
Face
thing,
nose?
yeah,
Face
that's
vagina
that's
nose?
an act of disrespect.
he's got a fleshlight on his face.
He does. That is an issue.
An act of treason. Be drawn and quartered for that.
All right.
Well, last question.
Let's.
There's one more question here,
Oh, right.
and it's maybe the most important one.
Kevin Ryan. What is your this is for all the kettlebells. What is your favorite euphemism for sex?
I was just kind of thinking about this the other day because I heard one that I haven't heard in a while, and it really took me back, which was boinking.
Boinking is great. Yes.
I boinked her.
Boinking
which
is great.
was like fucking fantastic
Yes.
in my book.
Now, an adult
I'd
told
have
you
to
that?
go boinking.
That's good.
Yeah.
Boinking is great, and doinking works too. It's what I like
Doink.
about that. You can boink someone, you can doink someone. It's the same thing.
So, but like
Well,
a like,
doinking one's when it's in the ass.
Is that true?
yeah.
I don't know what happened in Florida, but in Philly, if you doink someone, you're going in the poop chute.
That's for 14. That's for 12-year-olds that are engaging in anal sex.
Yeah, God bless.
Boinking and doinking.
Boinking and doinking. I've never. Yeah, to me those were equivalent things.
Yeah.
I've never.
Fucking prude.
Yeah.
No, they're both anal in my mind.
Yeah. He's from the Bible Belt, so it's like you only have one option.
So you're technically still a virgin.
Yes, I've stayed pure all these years.
He only gets pegged.
Yeah,
Anyway,
cleanest man at the rest stop. That's what they call me.
I don't know. I don't understand.
I don't know either.
All right. Let's add this up.
Yeah, we got to. Sorry, just bear with us while we tabulate your score here.
Please do.
Okay.
So
Let's see. We no drugs at all. Kind of
week there.
threw heroin in, but I'm not buying it.
Live a little.
IPA and but Marble Light and IPA. That's classic American man. I like that.
I like that. Okay.
Yeah.
Win some backs and bells there. Important.
Best tattoo is a henna tattoo.
Not good.
Not making a case
Yeah,
for
very
himself
bad.
here.
I was quite young. I would like to have the record show.
Yeah, he can't. Somehow he thinks he can hear us, but he can't hear us. He doesn't know what's happening. The trashiest Wawa or the edgiest Wawa orders Mexican.
That was good.
Yeah, it was good.
I felt like I learned a bit about their culture.
I did too. Yeah. He accepts that Philly sports fans are maybe the most garbage element.
And that's honest.
Yes,
That's
it's true.
Worse than treasonous people.
Yeah.
Who murdered a police officer. Does your
wife think you're gross?
he admits
just
that
kinda-
there's a cultural barrier there, and that's also
Yeah. Air Force One under siege. I'm good with that. I don't know. But Michelangelo, I have my problems with that, but of course he would pick him, so it's fine. Whatever.
I like Michelangelo. I think you're an idiot.
Well, you're wrong.
He's shred your
You mentioned Joe Rogan.
That's good.
So
I got a little hard there.
maxes him out right there. The star of Rizzoli and Isles.
It brought me back.
Zack Morris.
Yeah.
And of course, Boinky and well, here's what I'm
That was
thinking.
good. Okay. Yeah.
I'm thinking,
Yeah, I'm thinking.
but only because he said Joe Rogan.
We got five
kettlebells.
kettlebells.
5 kettlebells
Wow.
for Kevin Ryan.
I'm fucking ecstatic. I'm gonna go hit my wife.
Yes, a true edgelord.
Here we back. We'll have you back if you
Okay.
hit your wife.
Well, this is important. That score of 5 kettlebells makes you eligible for our next segment.
Yes.
Scalding hot takes. Burn me, Daddy.
All right.
Here we go, Kevin. We got some scalding hot takes. If you have a scalding hot take of your own, please jump in. Or if you want to just add or comment on ours, please do that. Kick us off.
I don't like the outdoors.
Okay, that is scalding hot. Go on.
People are always like, you live in a city, whatever, how do you deal with it? And I just don't like being in the country. I don't like the outdoors. I don't like camping. I don't understand why camping is everything I hate. I don't like being cold and wet.
Yep.
I don't like going to bed early. I don't like waking up early.
Yeah.
And
Bugs too. You got bugs out there.
so many bugs.
Yeah. I don't like zipping into a room. I don't like
Yes.
saying, all right, good night.
Yes.
Not a fan of that. You know what? I think Kevin will go with you on this take because we went on a hike together one time. About an hour and a half out of the city, and everyone's got their little hiking gear on, their little shorts and hiking boots. Kevin shows up. He's got jeans and a black Levi's denim jacket.
No,
Yes.
all right. No. While I was not dressed appropriately, I have my reasons. Somebody did say it looked like I was searching for my lost daughter.
That's really what it looked like.
I am kind of outdoorsy. I go on hikes and stuff, and I grew up going to cabins. But it's just like whenever you go out, you're just trying to get comfortable. That's all you're doing.
Yes.
You're like, put the bug spray on so the bugs don't bite.
Exactly. You're trying to recreate.
Cushion, so yes, it's just like we're just doing what we were doing at home in a way shittier, less comfortable version.
Yes. Trying to recreate your house.
Yes, that's all
Which
you're
you
doing.
left.
Here, sleep on this pad with this pillow. I got a camping table. It's smaller than a regular table. It's like, what the fuck are we doing?
Yeah, it's like a hipster type of thing. Like, wouldn't it be cool to experience not having all of the amazing comforts of my life?
I think you have to if your life does not have any pain, you have to recreate pain, like rock climbing,
Yeah.
mountain climbing, hiking,
Yeah.
all that kind of stuff.
Rock climbing I'm not into, but I get that like desire to conquer something.
Sure.
To be like, I will climb this thing. I mean, I'm not gonna, but I get that, like, I get that urge more so.
In theory, I can get
Yeah,
on board with that.
exactly.
Yeah.
It's not gonna happen, but I get it. Okay, that's a pretty scalding hot take.
I thought it was pretty hot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, I got one. I wish that you could tell someone about if you have like a current sports related injury of some kind without having to hear about every one of theirs ever. It's impossible if you're like limping or something.
Right.
And someone's like, "What happened?" You're like, "I was playing basketball, came down wrong on my ankle," and then you just got to sit and listen to their 15 minutes
Yeah.
of sports injuries. They're showing you scars, and it's like, man, I don't want to do this. I
You
don't
asked
care.
me.
Yeah, you asked
You
me.
asked me so you could talk about yourself.
Yes.
I hate
That
that.
reminds me, did I ever tell you about the time I was wakeboarding in Colombia?
I'd like to hear about that. Yeah, I did that to somebody the other day.
People can't help themselves. It's
Yeah.
not. It's like it's
No,
a genetic thing.
I wanted him to know that it's going to be okay.
Oh, got it. So he was going to look at you and say, "Well, look at this man. His life is so together, and he too sprained his ankle."
I
one
actually
time."
didn't tell him. I told him it's going to be longer than he thought, and my ankle still hurts.
Okay.
Yeah, weren't you in like a wheelchair for a long time?
No.
You were really fucked up for a while, I feel.
I had what are they called?
Crutches?
Crutches. I had crutches and a cane. I had a cane for
Oh,
a
a
long
cane.
time.
I knew it was
Yeah.
something wonky.
Yeah.
The only reason I-
wheelchair, cane.
Oh, yeah. But boy,
Yeah.
I see. I think I was
No,
way off.
you're thinking
We
of
were both
Stephen
walking.
Hawking.
The only reason I do this podcast with Graham is because it was his Make-A-Wish.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah. I'd like to go to Queens,
I'd like to go to Long Island City.
Long
once a
Island
week.
City, and hang out in Robby's
and I
apartment.
said, "The man's in a wheelchair. I got to let him do it."
That fourth floor is a son of a bitch, but still.
Yeah, I did live in a 2-story walk-up. It was
Oh, that is rough. Crutches and
Yeah.
a walk-up is tough.
And I was supposed to, and I broke it 3 days before I was supposed to fly to LA and film a TV comedy competition.
Oh, I remember this.
Yes.
Yeah.
And then and they pre-approved all my jokes, and none of my jokes talked about the cast I had on and the crutches I walked out on.
So you couldn't address it.
Yeah, and and it was a variety show, so there was like stand-up and sketch
Improv.
and improv.
Yeah.
So it was like the people before me had costumes on,
Yeah.
and then I come out with the crutches and
Yar.
and like a crazy leg, and then just start talking about like birds. And the audience was like, "When's he gonna talk about that leg?"
Wait, what? Who won that show?
I don't know.
And what did I remember? Because the judges were, it was like Keenan Thompson, Jeff Foxworthy,
And Chrissy Teigen.
and Chrissy Teigen. What did
You know,
the
the
judges?
keystone of comedy.
Yes.
Chrissy Teigen said she didn't get it.
Okay. Yeah.
And Keenan was really high and said he he recognizes one of my jokes, and I asked him from where, and he said he didn't know.
Great.
And Jeff Foxworthy said I was very funny.
Okay. Well, he's the only
thing that matters.
He's the only comedian there.
Yeah.
You know, Keenan's sketch guy, funny, but like Jeff Foxworthy's the only comic.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, that's why I'm here.
Okay. Yeah.
I was booted off immediately. Anyway, that's what happened. That's what I told that guy. And it was about a half-hour story.
Yeah, okay. That's, I get it. I feel for that other guy.
I was like, oh, you broke your ankle? He's like, yeah. And I was like, one time I broke my... And
and then I met Jeff Foxworthy, and Chrissy Teigen said I wasn't funny.
Bullshit, right?
Yeah, that's the worst version of that happening. Okay.
All right. I got another hot take for
Yep.
you. Wireless headphones, particularly earbuds, are fucking bullshit. They're a waste of money. I hate them. They don't sound good. They don't stay in your ear. You can't sweat on them. You always lose. You're always misplacing the shell. They're never charged, and they're bulky in your pocket. It is.
Sorry, continue.
I just think I know you're wearing one right now. Probably you're only wearing one probably because you lost the other one.
I did, and I'm leaving here and walking to Staples to buy a new pair the second I'm done. That was my plan. I was going to go and then go buy new AirPods.
Literally talking to a guy with one fucking AirPod in. I hate them. I fucking hate them.
Love a wireless headphone. I think most of the things
They don't sound good and they don't connect.
Most of the things you
They
just
never
said
connect.
were your problems. You always lose them. You
I've
can't
had two
keep 'em.
pairs.
I don't lose them.
They don't stay in your ear.
Stay in my ear.
And if I
Stay in my ear. I like them.
I sweated on it, and one of them popped. Now, so one of them doesn't work because I exercised in it.
Was this an AirPod or was it some off-brand?
AirPod, AirPod Pro. I won my fantasy football.
APT.
Spent my winnings on AirPod Pros. Within a week, one of them was blown out because I sweat on it, and they never stayed in my ear, so I couldn't really exercise in them. And then you're carrying around this thing that you always have to charge. It fell out of my pocket, lost the thing, and then I bought Bose so they would stay in my ear. Okay, they never connect to my iPhone. They're always like, I put them in, they're like, looking for Graham's MacBook Pro. I'm like, what? And then if I put it in my pocket, because I'm tall, I guess, it's like too far away from my ear.
If you put it, I don't know. Absolutely. I can be
that's
30
insane.
feet away from my phone.
Mine doesn't work.
You're just
It crackles.
mine.
It's the rabbit ears you got on your phone.
Yeah, it's getting in the way. It's getting in the way of the signal.
I'm getting Rizzoli and Isles. I'm trying to listen to Mark Maron. Trying to listen to Are You Garbage? I got Rizzoli and Isles.
wherever you listen to podcasts.
I got Franklin in my left ear and Bash in my right.
That's terrible.
I love them. I'm big on them. I was so against them. I'm like, you're gonna make me charge my fucking headphones. This is insane. I'm gonna lose them. I think this is going to be my fourth set in 8 months or something like that.
Exactly. $300 every time, and they don't last. They don't last. They should last 5 years for $300.
The first gen or something. These are like $199 maybe, something like that. But also too, I wear headphones all day when I was like commuting or whatever, when I had a day job and stuff before. I would go through regular Apple headphones. I'd go through like 7 a year. They would break,
the corded ones, or if you're walking,
he didn't go through 7 a year.
If you're walking through the subway,
I would go through 7 a year.
They
you're a
catch
menace.
They
You have to
catch
be
on the
stopped.
turnstile and rip out of your ears. I take wireless all day, every day, and I've had mine for like 2 years. I've never lost them. They did have like a crackling issue. I messaged Apple. I sent it back. They sent me a new one. Everything's fine. I prefer it.
That's pretty good.
All right. Well, maybe they don't stay in your ears.
I was waiting a couple when I texted you like, hey, I'm going to be jumping in a couple of minutes. I was waiting for my headphone to charge so I could.
Oh, there we go. Yeah. Well, I mean, look, they take a level of responsibility. They're not for everyone.
They don't fit in your ear.
You keep saying your ear, but what you mean is my ear, because they do. They fit perfectly in my ear.
They don't fit in
You
my
got a
ears.
bad ear. Don't blame the fucking smart people at Apple who developed this. You got bogus ears.
Yeah, you can look at 30 million people wearing these, and you could say they don't fit your. It's your freak ear.
I know a lot of people they don't fit in. They don't fit in big people's ears. Our holes are too big.
Sounds like a personal problem.
Hello, Apple customer support. I've got big holes. My holes are too big for your products.
Strong wind comes, my dick whistles.
All right. I got another hot take here.
Uh-oh.
People, especially like boomers, even some Gen Xers, they get very mad about the idea of participation trophies, right? That it's terrible that kids are getting participation trophies. We didn't get participation trophies.
This is a hot take from 2005.
But I think we should take it a step further, and I think we should give out non-participation trophies. For like a 9-year-old kid who has the confidence to be like, Little League sucks and I don't want to do it. Right. I'm not doing it. Give that kid a trophy. That kid is a hero.
That's right. He's his own man.
He's his own man. So even better than participation trophies, non-participation trophies. I want to start that.
I think
Couldn't agree more. Never thought of it. I'm completely on board with that.
Yes. There we go. That's how you hot take, buddy.
Bobby,
you giant-eared freak.
Oh, man, that hurts. My body.
You got big holes. What are you going to do?
I got big holes.
Kevin, are you sitting on any hot takes? Anything you want to get off your chest?
It's okay. So the hot take would be, the hacky hot take would be, I'm sick of these. You brought it up with this reality TV show, the contest shows of like, you have to have this narrative of, woe is me, my mom's gay, my dad died of cancer type thing to make it. But then, so my hot take is, I think it was bad, but now that's good because I was watching something, America's Got Talent or American something. And there was this blind kid singing and he sucked and they didn't give it to him. I'm like, wow, we've came full circle to the point where the blind kid isn't making it through based on merit. It's amazing. I'm
wow.
So happy about that.
You felt good about it. You watched the blind kid not be good enough and you're like, I want them to be honest. Don't put this blind kid through.
Exactly. And they were all like, yeah, sorry, come try again next year. I was like, this is the America I want.
Yeah. I like that. Yeah. But some things are eternal. Some things never change. Because also on American Idol, like Kellyanne Conway's daughter tried out and she was terrible and they put her through because she was Kellyanne Conway's daughter.
And she hates Kellyanne Conway, doesn't she?
I think that whole family is just doing an act. They're all just like fucking making money off of their interpersonal relationships.
All right.
Kellyanne was like on the show being like, you go, baby. She was like, I
really?
support you. Yeah. It's all a fucking act. However they can make money and get in front of cameras. There's not one non-garbage person in the Conway family.
Wasn't it a big thing? Like she wants to leave her parents?
Yeah. It was a big like attention thing and now they're fine.
Weird. Yuck.
It's clicks, baby. We're talking about it.
Clicks.
Look at that.
Yeah.
They got us.
They got us good.
Goddamn Conway.
Conway's
they got all the way to the edgelords. They're good.
They sucked us in. Well, Kevin, do you have any advice for Graham and I about how we could be more edgy? We're trying to make edge bucks. We're trying to get cash.
Yes.
How can we be more edgy?
Yeah. I mean, by the looks of you, I think you could edge up the studio, at least visually. I mean, you're sitting in front of a floral pattern. I'm pretty sure Robby has his legs crossed. Graham has a moose knuckle. You could, maybe some more leather, a black light, a strobe, something. Hey, go to Spencer's or Hot Topic or something.
Oh, there's nothing edgier.
Edge this up here.
Nothing edgier than Spencer's gifts. You know how many hours I spent?
Sorry about that, buddy. It's these jeans.
How many hours I spent in Spencer's gifts while my mom walked around the mall? Just hours in there playing with the little thing with the, you touch the globe with the little lightning bolts that come to your finger.
I go to the massage chair.
A lot of over-the-hill birthday party themed cards in there.
Yes.
Yeah, erotic. Some erotic gift cards. You definitely a funny shot glass. Some, what else? You can spice that place up a little bit.
So that's what we need. We need some erotic cards around here. What about? Do you see Tom Cruise going down on a woman? Right over Graham's head.
Oh, I do. I thought that was Bruce Lee. It must be my screen.
That's Tom Cruise going down on a woman, maybe a man. Who's to say?
Okay, I'm in. There you go. That's pretty edgy. There you go.
Okay, we need more edge, though. I get it.
I've always thought so.
We have a magic 8-ball.
We got Beverly
witchcraft.
We got Troop Beverly Hills DVD.
Yeah, Troop Beverly Hills DVD. There's the
edgiest of all the Troop movies.
A framed picture of Guy Fieri's American Grill in Times Square.
Pretty good. Pretty
Okay.
good.
I think we're selling it.
But something a little more. Maybe, I don't know, something.
Yeah,
Check
that's a
out
good point.
Spencer's.
Okay.
Check out a Hot Topics. You'll find something a little more, with a little more pizzazz on it.
That's
Hot
a good
Topics,
point.
we could get Slipknot t-shirts.
Oh, that's good.
There
then
you
people would
go.
know.
Maybe
Yes.
one of those old beaded necklaces, like the ball bearing.
Oh, yeah, the ball bearing and the hemp.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That'll let people know.
Let people know what we're all about.
Yeah.
Yeah, you're not fucking around. You know what I mean?
No. That's good advice.
Alpha Brain.
Get what?
Alpha Brain.
Oh, yeah, just
Oh, yeah.
supplements.
Yeah.
So people
Yeah.
know we're
Lot
supplement
of
daddies.
subs.
We actually we have one of our sponsors is a direct competition with Alpha Brain.
Oh, that's right. Yeah. One of our big sponsors is Alpha Cunt. Yeah.
Good
And
things.
we move a lot of merch for them. And they're really keeping our whole lifestyle intact.
Keeping the
here.
lights on.
Yeah, they sure are.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, Kevin, thank you for doing the podcast. Is there anything you would like to promote? Where can the people find you?
Just check out my podcast. It's called Are You Garbage? Wherever you get podcasts. I'm at Kevin Ryan Comedy on all social media.
Sweet.
Very good.
Kevin, thank you for doing it, buddy.
Thanks, buddy.
Thanks, guys.
Well, that was Kevin Ryan, everybody.
Kippy.
Kippy, they call him.
I like Kippy.
I do too. He's a good guy.
Yeah.
Their podcast is great. I definitely recommend checking out Are You Garbage? It's really funny.
Really funny.
Him and his partner H. Foley are super funny on it.
We've known them for years in the New
Years.
York comedy scene, and they're always sort of just kicking around.
Yeah.
Funny guys, do well on every show, and they got now a hit podcast.
Hit podcast. It's great for them. Check
Yeah.
it out. If you like this podcast, you will like that
That's
podcast.
true.
But then come back to this podcast.
Yeah, but
Don't
come back.
stay over there.
Don't stay.
Yeah.
You can do both.
stay here. You can do both.
You can do both.
You can do both. But also rate and review this podcast, 5 stars, all
Yeah.
that stuff. If you're on YouTube, give us a thumbs up or a comment or a like. And that's all I have. Do you have anything to add?
Venmo me.
Venmo Graham K. He could use it. He could really use it.
At Graham-KAY.
Yes, give
you
this
want
man
to.
your money. You've worked so hard for it. Why not give it to Graham K? That's what
right.
I say.
Yeah.
And you know what else I say at the end of every episode?
What?
Fuck you.
Almost missed my cue.
Yeah, it was close.
Daydreaming.